Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live. Looks like I'm going to have to plug something in really briefly. Okay, how are all of you tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Andrea Cox. Welcome here to all of you. Gonna grab one more thing real quick and I will be right back. Just want to make sure I'm on properly. Okay, do me a favor. Tell me where you're tuning in from on this video, on this live stream. We are going to do an oracle reading for all of you. And if this outfit looks familiar, it's because I had it on last night. Some of you may think that's disgusting. I'm actually proud to wear this outfit 2 days in a row because I got up at 4 a.m. to record a podcast with Danny Morell. Danny Morell's amazing. I think he has over 1 million. No, nothing's there, love. Nothing's there. I think he has over 1 million followers on Instagram, if I'm correct. I have to do one more thing. I have to move my flowers because my dog thinks they're chew toys. So one moment. Okay, we've had enough. Come on. Come on. Okay, so let's clear the energy and get right into this. I'm going to light some Palo Santo. It is the dog haven here tonight. They are gathered around me because it is their fasting day. So I actually fast my dogs one day every 2 weeks on liquids only. And little Lewis down here, who you can't see, he is going to be 24 in October. Now, I don't know if October is his real birthday. All I know is that I gave him that birthday because it's when I got him. Right, Lewis? You lick a mommy's leg? So, can you guys hear me clearly? If you can tell me in the comments if I'm coming in clearly, please don't make me waste my time if I'm lagging. Let me just double check real quick. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is a quick oracle card reading with sound effects of animals in the background. Those of you who are new here, who are on TikTok or Instagram or doing another Instagram page tonight, welcome. Please follow my main Instagram page, Raw Chef Andrea. And if you are not following me on Facebook, it is Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. And if you're not following me on TikTok, it is Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. Also on YouTube, Andrea Cox TV and The Detox Intuitive. So you can pick up my latest book, Eat Right, 4, Your Zodiac, in stores, in Barnes & Noble online, also Target stores online, although we are pulling it from Target stores. I've been trying to do that for a few months. And Amazon.com. And you can also get it at AndreaCox.com. So it's got 155 pages of plant-based recipes, and it's designed for you to eat according to your zodiacal sign. So without further ado, come here, Maverick. Come here. We're going to clear the energy. And what you can do, excuse me one moment. Here. Come on. What you can do is you can ask your guides to come in and give you the messages that you need. So I've got 2 decks here, and they're decks that I don't use very often. I'm going to knock on the decks just to clear my energy from the decks. And we're just going to do an overall collective energy reading just to raise the vibration. I really feel this card strongly. So we've got Heaven Sent. It's card number 33. So some of you could be a life path number 33. You can look that up online, or you could have a personality number 33 like I do for a period of years in your life. So 33 is the master healer and teacher. I think I have the number 33 until I'm like 54. And then I shift to an 8. An 8 is an abundance number. So check your life path number, check your personality number. We have the word wants to be written in reverse. So this tells me that some of you could be putting off a writing project. It could be writing a book or creating something. I just wrapped up a project over the course of a year, creating my own oracle deck. So some of you could be working on something, but it came in reverse. So when a card comes in reverse, it tells me you've taken some time away from your creative endeavors, and now you're being asked to fuel that fire once again. Some of you are needing to clean up the diet because you're going into a new beginning. We have the Sacred Fool, and whoever you're going into a partnership with is uber healthy. Maybe someone makes everything from scratch. Maybe someone is a very clean eater. Maybe they're vegan or plant-based, or they juice a lot, and you're feeling the pressure as the Sacred Fool. The Fool is Aquarius energy, actually. Doesn't mean you're an Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising, but you could have this in your chart. The Sacred Fool is the energy of a new beginning. So maybe you or someone around you is feeling the need to up the ante on their health. There's nothing wrong with that. And you're being asked to trust yourself. So trust the new beginning that's coming in for you. Trust what the universe, what God has in store for you. So here we have new birth, guarded vigilante in reverse. So the birth doesn't have to necessarily mean the birth of a child. Some of you are like me. You're called to birth children. You're called to birth books. You're called to birth oracle decks. You're called to birth different things. I always like to see the birth card as fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, because they're the go-getters. So new birth, guarded vigilante. There's a butterfly on her shoulder, which means she's either in the process of or going through a rebirth. So if that doesn't resonate with some of you, it could mean that you're supporting someone as they go through their rebirth. If this resonates, please tell me in the comments. And while you're on here, you can pause this and go subscribe at Andrea Cox TV or the Detox Intuitive for my spiritual channel. So we have number 1, and this is the owl card, and I absolutely love owls. I have owls in my pantry. I have owls on t-shirts. I feel like it's a sign from one of my spirit animals, Roger, that passed over. So after the storm is number 1. So number 1 is a new beginning. It's a fresh new start. You're being asked to dive headfirst into a new beginning. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a project. It could be to start a channel. It could be to do anything that is new. So we've got Jupiter in retrograde now. So Jupiter in retrograde, Jupiter is a powerful energy. It, depending on what you have in your Jupiter, it can mean numerous amounts of things. I, for one, have Aries in Jupiter. And when you have Aries in Jupiter, Aries is the leader. So it means pioneering something. So coming out with my deck as soon as Jupiter goes direct is going to be vitally important. When planets are in retrograde, they're going back. So we have after the storm. So another card in reverse, listening for truth. And I like this. So some of you could be listening to someone. We have card number 36. Some of you could be around the age 36, 6, 7, 8, 9, or you could be a life path number 3, a 6, or a 9. And we have this woman, it came in reverse. She had this seashell up to her head listening, but since it's in reverse, maybe you're no longer listening to something or someone. And for some reason, I feel like this is a positive thing. It's a good thing. You could no longer be listening to someone that all they do is talk about other people, right? Or all they do is hyper focus. I'm sorry, I've got my little dog Lewis licking my ankles. All they do is hyper focus on the negative. So maybe you've been a catalyst for change in someone's life, and now they're talking about the positive. Or maybe, thank you for the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button on this. Maybe you're listening for a change in someone. You're wanting to see a change, a rebirth. Okay, we have another card in reverse. So I flipped it up, right? Going beyond normal. Okay, this is my favorite card, one of my favorite cards in this deck. One of. So you see the gold light bulb at the base of this woman's crown chakra, right? She is full of ideas, full of spiritual knowledge, high priestess wisdom. It's Piscean energy. Doesn't mean you have to be a Pisces, but you could have it highly aspected in your chart. So Piscean energy, high priestess energy, going beyond normal is someone who sees beyond illusion, who sees beyond the veil. So some of you could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, the water energy. So when we talk about water energy, they're the seers of the tarot. And you have to remember the tarot is not evil if it's used correctly. It goes back thousands and thousands of years. So Pisces are known as the high priestess, right? The intuitive, the all-knowing, the ones that hold the Akashic records, the book of knowledge. Scorpios are known as the death and rebirth card, or the death and rebirth sign, and the rising phoenix from the ashes. So they're the ones who see the darkness in others and are able to transmute that energy into rebirths. I always say that whenever there's a lot of Scorpios around, whenever you're just around a lot of Scorpios, it means you're going through the ending of something. When I went through a breakup 5 years ago, I was surrounded by Scorpios. Like I had like 3 Scorpio friends, and then the ones who weren't Scorpio suns had it in their moon or rising. So it's very, very common to have a lot of Scorpios around you when you're going through an ending. In Cancer, they're known as the mother of the zodiac. So the nurturing, the healers of the zodiac. So some of you may have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio highly aspected, or you could have one of these placements in your Saturn like I do. So if you have Pisces and Saturn, it could be seeking spiritual knowledge, right, from a Pisces. If you have Pisces and Saturn, you're drawn to that person because they hold wisdom you need to succeed in life, right? So we don't want to attack them or anything like that. We want to elevate them because they hold the wisdom you need to succeed. If you have Scorpio in Saturn, it means you help people go through difficult times, death doulas and people who help people in hospice situations and things of that nature. They often have Scorpio in their Saturn placement. Now, if you have Cancer in your Saturn placement, like I do, it means you are the healer and teacher. It is literally your career path is in healing. Because remember, we want to look towards Saturn and the North Node and the MC when it comes to our career. Saturn, past life, Rahu, K2, North Node, the direction we are supposed to go, and our MC, how we show up in the workplace, right? So if you have MC in the sign of Aquarius, you're real free. If you have MC in the sign of Pisces, you're spiritual. If you have MC as Leo, you're really good on video and you get a lot of attention when you put things out there because MC is in Leo. So you have to know these placements to understand how to guide your path in the workplace. And I'm more than happy to help you with that through a private reading. Okay, so next we have free from judgment, free to love. So some of you cast judgment on a group of people or a person over the past few weeks, as we had that full moon in Pisces, because you want to be free to do what you want. You want people to quit interfering in your personal life, your life in general, your career. You want people to leave you alone that are trying to cause conflict. So you cast judgment on those people. You could have done this in a way that these people are really feeling the heat of your energy right now. Your energy is really fueling them with anger and bitterness because you're shining so brightly. So let's clear that. You're just being asked to kind of rise above that, because you are going into a new beginning, the Fool card. So love this. Again, I see the Fool as Aquarian energy. It means you're adopting that energy to go into this new beginning. Okay, we already pulled that card. Okay, what do you feel? Card number 9. Some of you could be a life path number 9, like I am, and you could, or maybe you have a 9-year-old child, or maybe you're ending a 9-year cycle. You have to look at the numerology in different ways and different aspects. So some of you are making a decision. This woman is juggling an apple and an orange, and what she's doing is she's saying, okay, do I go with this person or this person? Do I go this direction or that direction? Do I stick with this business or that business? Or do I juggle them both? So I really love the what do you feel card. Thank you. You're a 3. Let me just see what, there's a lot of comments here. Thank you for the hearts and all the love you guys are throwing my way. Exactly, Rosanna. Rosanna says, tarot is not evil. Exactly. So let me explain something to all of you. Kenny, you will have to get a reading for that. I can't do your chart on a live. So she said tarot is not evil. Yes, tarot is a divination tool that has been around just as long as the Bible has. Now, when I want answers to something, where do I go? I go to the Bible, I go to God, or I call in my ancestors for guidance. But when I'm having fun and I just want to know, what, should I wear the red dress or the brown? I go to the tarot. Too many people use divination tools in a negative way, and you don't want to do that. You want to use divination tools in a positive way to bring positive energy in. Okay, this card's hidden. So this is really pretty. I think this is a couple, representing a couple. We have the power of attraction, and we have dream a beautiful dream. So some of you are being called to even go bigger, to expand more. Dream a beautiful dream. I feel like if some of you are thinking about moving, it would be a bad decision at this time. I feel like you need to focus on creating a home where you're currently at. And I'm just going to pull one card behind this. This is my favorite card, and it's in reverse. Against the Grain, card number 4. Some of you could be a life path number 4. You could be dealing with a life path number 4. So when we get the Against the Grain card, it means someone is too afraid to break the rules. They're too afraid to go against the grain. They're too afraid to say something, do something, whatever. I had a YouTube video pulled down after 8 years the other day. Do you think that's going to make me stop speaking my truth? Absolutely not. You are being encouraged to speak your truth no matter what. No matter what you're doing, no matter what, society or social media or whatever rules are trying to be put on you, you are being asked to speak your truth. Now, make sure your truth is in alignment with the divine, right? Make sure you know what you're speaking of. That's also important. And also with Against the Grain, it can work on the flip side as well. If you're causing harm to anyone who is doing good in this world, know that the repercussions of that is you not succeeding in a certain area of your life. So we have to pay attention to these things. Karmically, when we do things to others, there's a boomerang effect, right? It's kind of like an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. All right. So when we do things to cause problems for others, it's like instant, right? We hurt our back or we hurt our leg or we injure ourselves and we're like, how did this happen? Well, were you hiding behind a computer screen reporting someone's videos the night before? That can cause it to happen. Okay, so we have number 8, be the hunter, not the hunted. Okay, so some of you could be a life path number 8, you could be around a life path number 8, or you have an 8-year-old, something of that nature. I love this, the owl, again, I love owls, and we got an owl card earlier. So owls hide in the darkness, and they kind of prey on their prey in the dark. And what I'm noticing about this card is there's a big symbol in gold if you look closely, and it almost looks like someone shining a spotlight onto the owl, right? So I think this card, the meaning is be careful what you do in the dark, because all things done in the dark come to the light. We're going to pull one more card. It was the card we started with, and I love this. And I'm gonna pull from another deck, but I want to end this deck with card number 33, Heaven Sent, because Heaven Sent means there's someone around you right now. Could be a friend, could be a family member, could be someone from afar that's like donating to your business or patronizing your business. It could be a neighbor. It could be the person that makes your coffee at the coffee shop. It could be your animals. Could be a spirit animal you see in the yard. I've had a buck out front almost every day this week. I feel like he's carrying a message for me. Someone or an animal or a person is heaven sent in your life. And that's just really, really beautiful to end this with. I'm going to pull 3 more. Thank you for the likes, you guys. 3 more. Okay. We have 3 cards standing out to me. This came out when I was shuffling the deck. So it's a really pretty card. This is a really kind of artsy deck, and it's card number 22. And it says silence. And so I'm going to talk about the other cards, but I'm going to actually read this to you, because when a card shows up twice, for me, it holds meaning. So the other card we got was number 4, the offering, and number 17, perfection. But let's just read this, and I don't have my glasses on. So before making a decision of power, move into that place of silence and serenity deep within you. Sit anywhere close, your eyes closed, and follow your breath in and out. On the 3rd inhalation, take a breath down into your belly and locate your place of power, your shaman center. Just below your navel, visualize your place of power holding the golden sun, a disk of radiant brilliance within you. Observe the silence like a deer in a misty marshland. If you are in pain, use your consciousness in your heart and in your mind, but more in the heart, what you know is right, your consciousness to find where the pain lives within your body. Then move into that pain and beyond it until you find the source of silence. In this silence lives your sacred witness, that which sees all and knows all, and is all that you are. Power is born within the silence. Okay, so I love this because I have a big mouth. And I've learned over time to, when I want to say something, not to say it as much. And I know I was just talking earlier about, you're being called to step up and stand in your truth. I do believe that. But sometimes when we know people may not be quite where we're at on their healing journey, right? So maybe you have a situation where people are focused on you that really shouldn't have been, that should have let you go a long time ago. You have to be more gentle with your words, because we're all just walking each other home. We're all just guiding, learning, and growing. And sometimes being silent in a situation, I'm not saying being a sitting duck at all or taking abuse or anything like that, but being silent in a situation while people are growing is the way to go. I'm also going to do the perfection card. Dream your passion, fly away, go through the hoop of your innermost fears and desires. Meet them and conquer them. What pain from childhood have you not dealt with? Move into the wound of your most secret fears and find the seeds of wisdom that are planted there. Face what upsets you the most. It is a great teacher. Give away whatever is holding you back. Insecurities, ego, fear, and failure, or not being loved, fear of being alone, and be reborn into a new state of perfection. This is gorgeous. It's a really pretty card. So maybe some of you have some serious abandoned wounds from childhood. And I always joke, I say we can't all grow up in a wonderful family like I did, because I think my family's really great. But I didn't always think that way. I learned over time that I had a great family because I didn't value them. So wherever you're at right now, maybe you were cast out as a child, maybe you were put up for adoption, maybe you were abandoned, maybe you were abused, maybe you were left behind, maybe you carry those anxious attachment styles now, and you don't want someone to leave you, and so you're holding on for dear life and trying to obstruct anything that interferes. Know that you are safe and you are loved right here and right now. There is no reason to be anywhere else but right where you are, and really try to go back and feel how those things made you feel and try to rise above. So I'm going to read the last card. I really like reading these. Number 4, the offering. And I love the offering. I'm going blind, you guys, so excuse me. Energy, I am. Every day of our lives we take from, actually it's just really dark in here. Every day of our lives we take from Mother Earth our energy for life. Yet we often forget the ancient tradition of the sacred giveaway. Take a moment to sit in silence and count the magnificent things you have in this life, right here and right now. Even if only the wondrous of being given life. Reflect on the great Mother Earth. Ask yourself, what have I given back to her lately to heal her? Then think of the higher vision of life and balance on this earth, and realize that the greatest gift you can give Mother Earth and your fellow humans is your own enlightenment. I love that. In this way, you tear away the veils of ignorance and present the magnificence of your being to everyone who experiences you. Everyone around you is uplifted and inspired. This is your offering. That's awesome. So being the best version of yourself, being an example for your kids, being an example for your parents, being an example for your siblings, even when faced with jealousy, envy, whatever, cruelty, being the absolute best version of yourself, no matter what. And that's how we rise above all this, you guys. Oh, big virtual hug. I love each and every one of you. Let's clear that and absorb the energy. I'm Andrea Cox. Check me out on YouTube for private readings. It's The Detox Intuitive. And for my wellness channel, it is Andrea Cox TV. 4 million views on the wellness channel, 2 million views on the intuitive channel. And on Instagram, it is Raw Chef Andrea, Raw Chef Andrea. Go follow me there. And on TikTok, it is Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. On Twitter, Raw Chef Andrea. And on Facebook, Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. We just hit 26,000 organic followers there, so thanks. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a beautiful week and weekend, and sending you so much love. Be well. Bye. You guys were so good. Oh, it's so good, boys. Who's my good boys? Who's my good boys? You're so good.